Boom. Hey. It's a little flat, but you know what it is. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey, and we're back here in Rust, and we're talking about the Rust console beta for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and now the PS5, and the Xbox Series X and S. Check it out. Let's see if we can do this. Oh man, this game. So it'd be like, hello? Be like, yes. Do you have any info? Okay, so here's what we have so far. We're gonna dispel some rumors that are kind of kicking around because I know there's been some confusion, some things that I found, and some potential dates and times that could be happening for this thing. I know. We've been waiting all year, so here we go. So the Rust console beta. Whew, dude, it's been a long year. So I think, well, you've heard me say this quite often, but the Rust console beta, I think even Gary didn't know because he said back in February he thought it'd be a handful of months. So with everything out now, the next gen console's already out. We're obviously in the beginning of December when you guys see this. Oh, there we go, December. Look, we even have a snowman. Look at that. So there's a lot of things already out of the way. So the NDA that was quite possibly on the commit list, as this was, I mean, obviously this is going to be for the next gen consoles. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's also going to be for, well, you can't really say current gen. We'll say PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So that's great. That's what a majority of us have, right? So, okay, we're still sticking with it's happening this year until they say otherwise, right? So really we're coming down to it. It's now December, and honestly, I don't think it's going to happen much past December 20th. If it still happens this year, again, all of this can change. All of this. This could change today, tomorrow. Or the speculation here, it could be the day, it could come out the day this video hits. So I mean, obviously we'll let you guys know as soon as it happens, but it can happen anywhere between right now and I think December 20th. I would be surprised if it happened anytime after December 20th, 2020, just because think about it, the holidays are in, and most people that have worked any kind of corporate job or any job in general, most people disappear for the holidays if they can, if they're not in a business that, that's when most people take time off. And it makes sense, right? I mean, you've got all your family stuff, everything else. So anyways, point is, there's a lot of people that are going to be running this thing. So it's not just flick a switch and make it happen. This is very, very involved for all teams, all parties involved. Face Punch, Double 11, even Xbox and PlayStation. Like, it's a big deal because we're going to flood the servers with this thing. We are. So, that's why I'm going to say even the 20th is a little sketchy. So, until they change this, I still think it's on. We'll be watching it closely. So, let me go ahead and put out there and say, okay, let's say it slips past December 20th. Well, okay, here's a caveat. Obviously, we're speculating here because we don't know yet. But if it does slip past the 20th, or actually, okay, rewind one more time. Gary is a wild card for sure. He's a wild card. He could release it in the middle of the holidays. If anybody's gonna do it, if anybody's capable of that kind of wild card, it's Gary Newman. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think it's likely, but I guess there's a slight possibility. Does that make sense? So okay, if we hit December 20th, I would say start setting your expectations for first quarter 2021. I don't see it slipping much past there, even in a worst case scenario, unless there's something really dire that happens. But and here's why I say, like, worst case scenario 2021, check this out. So I know this is going to be a little bit all over the place. Or actually, no, you know what? Let me back up one. Okay, so we've had a lot of people say, hey, you can go download the beta and stuff. As you know, the beta has been out there for the developers only since April. We got our first screenshot from Gary Newman a while ago, and this came from Gary Newman himself on his actual development version, and he posted the screenshot. We found it, we dug it up. I think it's already made its rounds. But by doing so, you could also dig in and download the developer version. And a lot of people were freaking out because they saw stuff like this. They're like, hey, I can download it to my console. Yes, you can download it, but you cannot play it. You do not have the key for it. And it just sits there. It won't launch. It won't run as it's designed to be. So when people are like, hey, I'm downloading it, they're just blowing smoke up your rear tailpipe. So just know that's the thing. And again, this is Gary Newman. This all came from my phone. Again, we did a video on this a while ago showing a little bit more information. So just know that if somebody's saying they're downloading it, not a thing. Okay, At least not yet. I mean, I hope that's the case. I don't want to poo-poo on this because this is a big deal, but check it out. So before we go to this estimation, and I know I'm a bit all over the place, but we've had a couple people reach out to Double 11. Again, they're doing the port. They're saying it's still in active development, but we don't have anything new to share right now. Thank you for your patience with this. So it's clearly, it's still being worked on, which we kind of already know, but it's a nice reinforcement. But here's something I found. I was digging around, and on the Rust Plus application, which is a partner application that interacts with the game itself, initially this was synced up to just Steam, but now they've gone through the Facepunch website, and they're the core designers of this game, right? Like Facepunch Studios. But now it's piping it through, instead of just going to Steam, it's rerouting through Facepunch. What does that mean? Okay, it seems small, but I'm telling you this is huge. They're getting ready to make the step for this to be on a universal platform. What do I mean by that? We already know this could be PlayStation and Xbox, right? So you can't just have it piped to Steam, because in some cases, people aren't connected to Steam. So you need a universal platform to connect to first, right? So, i.e. facepunch.com. And then it branches off to PlayStation 4, Xbox, and Steam. And I think it's important to make that distinction because it's showing that the movement is already happening now. And this wasn't the case before because we played this game a lot. So the fact that it's saying, do you want to sign into the facepunch.com, it's basically saying we're redirecting your information that used to be going to just Steam. So basically it's going to Facepunch, and now I can sign in on my Steam login. So it's centralizing it. A good example would be, Fortnite. They've got like a universal sign-in because it's you used to be able to play on mobile, but you can connect through, play PS4, Xbox together. So it's that move. So the fact that we just saw that, this is kind of a big deal. If it means it's December, maybe. I really don't see this going much past worst case scenario Q1 2021. So that's what January, February. April, no, January, February, March. Jeez, I don't know my months. So I'd say this is a worst case scenario. I'm still thinking this is it because if there was a delay, right, don't you think they would have changed this and said something by now, right? Or at least change this and just say coming soon instead of putting a date down. So it is what it is. Yes, we're anxious for this. Yes, I'm dying on the inside waiting for this. RazorTube, myself, and BioLazer, the boyfriend squad, we will be playing this on PC until this hits beta, and we are going to play this a lot when it comes out in beta. And yes, we are going to switch over and play all the time, mainline, on console when this gets full release. So look forward to that, and you can kind of get acclimated as you watch us play until the interim, or in the interim until this actually comes out. I hope we don't have to wait this long, but I've said this many times. If it does take this long, and I'm saying if, this game is going to be worth it. This is the studio. This is the game. If you like open world survival, this is the game. If you like, well, just think about how many other game studios have a good title, but they can't support it well enough. They can't keep up with the exploits. They can't keep up with the bugs. This studio can. And I have all the faith in the world in these guys, and believe me, the wait will be worth it. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. So whether it's now, December, or it's a handful of months later, it's going to be worth it. I can promise you that. So, hang on. It's gonna be a wild ride, especially when we all get to play together. So I think really my only biggest concern is really going to be the server wait time when that comes in, and I think maybe we'll crash the servers quite often because there's going to be so many people. And I'm sure there'll be other types of bugs, but for the most part, I think this game is going to be so much fun. And I absolutely cannot wait for this thing. So if you found this helpful and useful, be sure to drop a like. If you're not already subscribed, consider it and turning on those notifications, as we do play lots of open world survival games. I almost said Ark. We used to play Ark a long time ago. Rust and DayZ and anything else that might suit our fancy. But if you're subscribed and you have those notifications turned on, you'll know when we post videos and next time we're live. So yeah, stop on by, say hi during a live stream. And hopefully we see you guys in the next video / live stream. Love you. Bye. Ready? This is terrifying.